He says results on the street just simply are not there. This is even after the agency has received nearly $534 million since it was created.
The problem of unsheltered people has gotten twice as bad in the 6 years that they've been around. So it's not working, and I think when something isn't working, you're in a hole, stop digging. We've got to shut that down.
Calling them out for their incompetence and failure and how you're spending billions and billions of dollars, and the problem's only getting worse and worse and worse. And of course, that man is King County Council member Reagan Dunn. He joins us now on the Warrior Injury Law Studio line. Welcome back to the show, buddy.
Ari, thanks for having me.
Such a pleasure. So do you want to just do an I told you so and we can wrap up the interview? Because what I'd rather hear from you is it's been 6 years. 6 years of this, billions of dollars spent. And what I can't figure out is why was nobody doing any audits until now? Where'd all that money go?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, we spent, many hundreds of millions of dollars of taxpayer money to this program, and they just have never been able to get off the ground. As I said in my editorial on the Seattle Times 3 years ago, their trajectory was clearly doomed to fail. And there's a bunch of different reasons. One, you got a bunch of lived experience folks who are not competent in managing. They don't care about oversight. And they did things like give themselves unlimited leave at the agency, no audits, no financial controls. So that's one part of the problem. And then Ari, they're pushing failed policies. Housing first, no focus on drug or alcohol addiction and recovery, no focus on things like sober living, no focus on mental health challenges, no focus on job training, things that most Republicans, conservatives would think are important. So obviously it's doomed to failure. Now you got an audit that says this is a bad joke, $15 million missing. And of course, then look at the numbers, the statistical data of the increase in homelessness. We are by far the highest state last year anyway in increases of homelessness because we're promoting failed policies that are encouraging people to come.
I disagree. We're not encouraging people to come here. We're in a healthcare shortage area. Of 221 programs, 59 are for homelessness and housing or housing crisis. Billions of dollars just for SUD and mental health. 88 million going to the housing task force, and they're going to have to deal with how that gets spent. And as far as creating more housing task force meets second Wednesday of the month at 9:00. There is a plethora of people that are going to be on this housing task force committee. The number of chronic beds has not increased sufficiently enough to deal with the priority coordinated entry, SUD abuser, mental health abuser, whatever. They don't have enough. There's not enough. 2,000 beds from 2017. Coordinated entry lists don't address the bottom of the list. They only address the top.
A little bit, but the funding increased from $900 million in 2019 to over $1.8 billion in 2024. And Dembowski, during our one-on-one, he specifically told me that the county does not have, or that the county lacks the capacity to manage the thousands of contracts under this very same department. So moving forward, his proponent or his proposal is
you can't do it with your own health department
figure out exactly
contracts?
who
Are you
these
kidding me?
organizations, these programs are.
And dramatically to increase emergency shelter. This is a critical first step to getting people stabilized and into permanent housing. The supply-focused conversation today has completely missed the need for the supply of shelter. And I urge you to center that in future conversations. One more comment, permanent supportive housing is a critical strategy to preventing and ending homelessness, and our state needs to double down on strategies to streamline and increase the supply of this housing type, especially given the
neither the
attack by
February
federal
meeting
government.
nor this April
I
meeting
urge
of
you
the
to
Housing Task
contemplate
Force
a
discussed
housing
homelessness at
agency,
all. They didn't discuss
that
the capacity. They
centers the
didn't
role,
discuss the
need
housing
for more
inventory
permanent
in
supportive
the
housing
entire
across the
state.
state and
They
how
had
this
no
housing
discussion
agency
about it
would do that.
whatsoever.
Thank you.